This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update. If you're wondering what the screenshot is, the picture of Otis and John Morrison out drinking together that I guess they felt the need to post, that was sent to me by Mick Adriana, and he wanted to show me that I guess Otis and John Morrison are in an active angle, but they feel the need to post pictures of them out drinking together, which I don't really get. But suspension of disbelief is gone in professional wrestling, unfortunately. Smackdown did a 0.55 rating on Friday night. Tracy Smothers is in the hospital. According to many people, he's been battling cancer. He's having heart issues. There's a lot wrong with him. He has my second longest shoot interview of all time. Jerry Jarrett's my longest. And a nice guy. I wish him well. The NXT brand starting tonight for their takeover show that's going on right now is moved from Full Sail University back to the Performance Center, which they are now calling the Capitol Wrestling Center. And it's going to be a mix of live fans who are wrestlers pretending to be fans, family members of wrestlers, and possibly some real fans, as well as fans on the screen. They wanted NXT, I guess, to have a different look than Raw and SmackDown, which are at the Thunderdome. Maybe because NXT is getting beaten every week. And if they had it in the same venue as Raw and SmackDown, still getting their ass kicked by AEW, maybe they feel that would look bad. I don't know. Lars Sullivan, according to Dave Meltzer, everybody's favorite gay porn star, is apparently still under contract to WWE and is still sitting at home. Meltzer mentioned that Sullivan is actually bigger and in better shape than Keith Lee, but is sitting at home probably due to all the controversy. It will be interesting to see what happens if they bring him back, because he's not Google friendly at all. He never impressed me anyways, and he has far too many issues. I don't know what they're going to do with him. As far as the NWA and United Wrestling Network goes, I already reported to you guys I'm now an affiliate of the NWA United Wrestling Network pay-per-views, which you can look in the description or go to the top of the comments. And if you order one of their pay-per-views, which they have every Tuesday night for $7.99 at my link, you'll be helping me out. They are going to start giving me talent to interview. And the first talent that they're giving me is a female wrestler by the name of Lacey Ryan, who is fighting Vipress on this Tuesday's United Wrestling Network pay-per-view. So I'm going to be interviewing Lacey Ryan at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, live here on the Hannibal TV. And I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern or 5:30, I'll be interviewing Teal Piper, the daughter of Roddy Piper. And when I posted that, a lot of people wrote he should have given the Rowdy name to Teal rather than Ronda Rousey. Well, Teal is actually training with Ronda Rousey right now. And I can see that Ray Murphy just gave me a $10 tip. Thank you very much, Ray Murphy. He says the Marty Jannetty shoot was hilarious. More stuff like that, please. Well, your donation helps me do shoots, because other than in some circumstances due to promotional reasons or friend reasons or favor reasons, they usually cost money. So every little bit of money helps. By the way, we gained over 2,000 subscribers here on the Hannibal TV over the past week. So thank you for all the new subscribers to this channel. And recently, by the way, we gained over 10% more female demographic. So some people have criticized me for interviewing the lady wrestlers, who I have nothing but respect for, but it has increased our demographic. Highly doubt you'll see Jim Cornette's demographic jumping up 10% in females anytime soon. I'd be surprised if he even has 1% female audience. Crypto Spasm, well, actually, maybe his wife counts for more than one viewer with the size of her. Crypto Spasm tipped me $10 and says, imagine how crazy a 420 interview with Marty Jannetty would be. Awesome channel. Well, thanks for the $10. Crypto Spasm. I still have yet to do a 420 interview with somebody. That would be interesting with Marty, which, by the way, some people said, oh, bad interview. A bad interview to me is an interview where the person is rude, or they give one-word answers, or they're a pain to deal with. For example, one of the two of the worst to come to mind is Juventud Guerrera, who was a complete asshole and didn't even do his full time and was rude. And Carlito going through 3 pages of questions in little over 15 minutes. So Marty Jannetty was kind. He's a nice guy. Yes, he has his issues. And for everyone that's messaged me, and there's a lot of people, you got to help Marty. You got to help Marty. I've met Marty 4 times in my life. Okay? 2 times for interviews and 2 times when I was younger that he probably doesn't even remember meeting me. He is entitled to the WWE free rehab. He could get that. I think he's already been to it once. But there's people that know him a lot better than me that I would suggest reach out to him if they want to help him, because I don't even have his number. I booked him through an agent, the captain that cut us off at the end. So it's not like Marty and I are close friends. I like him. You're correct. I'd love to do a 420 interview with him one day. Also with Rob Van Dam. Maybe that'll happen sooner than later. Sean Wood is asking me, where is Billy Jack Haynes? He's back in Portland. I haven't actually talked to him, but he's living with a woman in Portland. Ray Murphy says, yo. Ralph Vaquero, what's up? I'm a little pissed because I found out when I worked out at the gym today that we're going backwards now. Now they're putting more restrictions. You can only train for 1 hour again, and you have to call and make an appointment first. They had got rid of that rule, and now they're bringing it back, which is just a complete load of bullshit, in my opinion. Josh wants to see Amber Nova in Great North Wrestling. Very possible. Mexi Ghost Hunter needs more New Jack stories. Maybe. He wasn't that talkative when I interviewed him. Ivan Santos talks about AAA Auto Lucha having good success. I don't know if they've done it yet. I heard they're starting in October, which is going to be like drive-in movie style wrestling. Mike says Marty Jannetty was the funniest interview he's ever seen on here. Please get a Virgil interview. The Virgil will depend if one of these agents book him, because he doesn't have a cell phone, and it's impossible to do an online interview with him unless I guess he's using somebody else's phone. Would I interview Bray Wyatt? He works for WWE. It wouldn't happen unless he gets fired from WWE. I recently posted an interview with Xavier Woods on this channel that my friend John Paz posted, and it did horrible for hits. I was very, very disappointed in how that Xavier Woods interview did for hits on here. So that goes to show you that the current stars people just don't care about. You see, more than half the video he's talking about video games. I don't even think the shoot interview business is going to be anything interesting as time goes on, which is why I got to keep moving on to other subjects. Because what are they going to talk about? Video game tournaments that they did when they were in WWE? There's no good road stories anymore. Richard Min says if Eric Bischoff was running NXT, would have been gone months ago. I think the only reason Triple H, they're still allowing him to run a product that's getting its ass kicked week after week is because he's the son-in-law. Ralph says WWE just can't get it together. They're a publicly traded company, a very corporate company. I have no hope for them. The only hope is that better companies rise. Big Brother Thunder says bring Lars Sullivan back as the shock master. Colonel Quayle says call him the bearded jizz gobbler. Sam Lentz says Lars Sullivan is AEW material. No comment. We are on Twitter at the Hannibal TV and at Devon Hannibal. If you DM me, I will follow you back. Really appreciate all your tips, by the way. Dave Kruger says, if any fans call Lars Sullivan gay, Sami Zayn will have them kicked out like he did with that fan that had him called gay at the event. I remember Disco Inferno commented after Sami Zayn had that fan kicked out of the event for calling him gay that back when Disco was in WCW, the whole crowd would be calling him gay. And when he came to the back, he'd like high five his opponent and be like, man, we got some heat. Now the heels are getting the fans kicked out. Varsity wants me to do a fitness channel. I'm highly busy. I'm very, very, very busy. I run this channel. I also run Great North Wrestling. I have other stuff that I do. It takes a lot of work to start channels. There might be fitness videos on this channel eventually, but I don't think I'll start a fitness channel. Krilling876 tipped me $2, says, get One Man Gang for an interview. Focus on the mega powers. He lives in Louisiana, but he is on my list of people I want to interview. It will eventually happen, hopefully. Crypto Crassy tips me $2 and says I need to branch into conspiracy topics. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am interested in UFOs because the government, the Pentagon, and the U.S. Navy have admitted they exist. They have these things on radar doing things that we thought were impossible until we actually caught them on radar performing this phenomenon. That's why they're called unidentified aerial phenomenon. And they actually exist. That's why I'm interested in them. I'm not really a big conspiracy theorist. No, I am interested. And it appears these UFOs have been here for a long time. They're definitely surveying us. I don't know exactly what the purpose is, what all their intentions are. There seems to be 3 different types of craft, at least. So that's why I'm interested in that, because it is pretty much a threat. There have been issues where people have allegedly been hurt related to this stuff, but I won't get into that subject too much, as this is a wrestling news update. Darius Curry tipped me $4.99. He says if he was in WWE, he would give his notice on general principle. Tell me what to do with my social media, and am I a subcontractor? I think not. Well, the thing is, if you were making millions a year with WWE and you were famous because of WWE, and the reason people are following you on social media is because they made you famous. I don't know if you'd want to quit just to keep that social media revenue and lose that promotional vehicle of WWE. They only work one day a week. If they're injured in the ring, they get flown to the very best surgeons. They have catering. They got a really easy life. They're a bunch of fucking whiners and complainers, if you ask me. For somebody that the most I've ever made in wrestling is $400. And I've wrestled more legends, honestly, than the majority of people on the WWE roster. If you look at the people I've worked with, Sid, Abdullah the Butcher, Terry Funk, the Honky Tonk Man, Brutus Beefcake, AJ Styles, Jinder Mahal, Harry Smith, Ted Hart, TJ Wilson, James Storm, Kamala, Gangrel, Too Cold Scorpio. Literally, I could list about 50 legends I've worked with. And as a wrestler, I never made any money. So I have no sympathy for these fucking whiny little bitches. So I'll end it at that. But I am happy that I'm doing great as a reporter. I forgot the Genius. How could I forget the Genius? Yes, the Genius is one of the guys I've worked with. Abyss. That literally I forgot more than I can remember. Ricky Banderas, Tatanka. I have wrestled so many people. It's an incredible list of guys that I have been in the ring with. A lot of those. Al Snow is another one. PCO. My last match was with PCO in 2018, and the list was so impressive that Cody Rhodes was actually too afraid to step in the ring with me because he knew that he would get his ass kicked if he ever fought me. But the point of why I was saying that is I paid my dues and I never made the millions of dollars. So I don't have sympathy for people working one day a week when I used to bounce for $60 a night, 4 days a week, having to get in real fights on a nightly basis, putting myself in real danger to make a living. So thanks for all your tips and comments. Tomorrow, Teal Piper at 5:30. And then from the NWA, Lacey Ryan at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend.